What's going on, world? It's your boy Patrick Michael Strange. This is the New Release Wednesday show for your NRW of January 24th, and we have a special guest in the house.
Here I'm not that special.
You are special, man. We're here at the Amazing Comic Shop. Shout out to Amazing Comic Shop for hosting us as always. Great shop.
Amazing Comic Shop.
If you don't have a LCS, make this one of yours, all right? We're across from GMU, and we're ready for you. And I have in the house, again, he is a special guest. I met him over at DC at a fantastic event, wouldn't you say?
It's one of the best events I have ever been to.
Woo.
Covering DC entertainment for the past 9 years. It's one of the best events, especially for January of all months.
Exactly. To kick off the convention. A lot of shows and conventions have a lot to step up to now. They've kind of set the trend. We had a catered food the entire day.
Yes.
An open bar.
Open bar.
And they brought everybody to us.
So many stars, you could not believe it.
It was amazeballs, man.
Yes, it was amazeballs. Absolutely.
So, Dean Rogers is in the house. The Rogers Revue.
Yes, indeed.
If you are in the Northern Virginia area and you tune into Arlington Independent Media, you can find him there, as well as WERA.
WERA 96.7 FM, Radio Arlington. I always sound like that when I say that.
I love that radio voice.
Thank you.
So, Dean, man, for those who aren't familiar with you and those who are now becoming fans of yours, hopefully NRW guys, check him out. He's a good guy. Why don't we tell a little bit about yourself? How'd you get into this mix of being a host, an entertainment reporter? The foundation, when you were a little seed, did you have big dreams watching Entertainment Tonight and listening to Don Imus and Howard Stern? Like, I want to be that guy one day.
Well, definitely not Don Imus or Howard Stern. But my mom told me I read the paper when I was 2 years old. I read the Washington Post, so I loved watching news. And hard for people to believe, I actually had a speech impairment growing up.
Oh, wow.
So I was very shy, had a speech impairment, and then my speech pathologist recommends that I watch the news, I watch game shows, I watch the movies, and then all these forms of entertainment just came at me like boom, 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 and it's like, I want to become a reporter.
That's awesome. I love that.
And I didn't realize that until high school, when the high school, I went to Friendly High School, go Patriots, not the New England Patriots, but the Friendly Patriots. Let's keep that real, folks. So they had a television studio, which they did their morning announcements, and I went through the first year of it, but they said I was too young, so I had to wait to the second year, and they brought in a freshman the next year. It's like, you gotta be kidding me. But for 2 years, I was a Good Morning Friendly High guy for 2 years, and it was amazing, and I wanted to go into college for theater, and so I'll be a theater major and see how that turns out. So I end up being a communications major because a great professor of mine, Dr. Otis Thomas, he said, I need to be on television. And I changed from theater to communications, and it's been a crazy journey since. All right, so in 2005, I was invited to host a Coast magazine while in college, and I co-hosted for a number of shows. And then I did a few episodes and did some few events with them. And then in 2009, it was just literally about 2 weeks after I graduated from Bowie State University, home of the Bulldogs.
Bowie State?
Yes, indeed. So that's when I started the Rogers Revue. And at the time, it was just a one-man operation. It was just me covering movies.
Covering everything and doing it guerrilla style, where it's a one-man operation.
Yeah, we were just doing movies. And then I thought, after a year, it's like, wait a minute, I'm doing movies. How many film critics are there? There are over 60 film critics out there. So I was like, it's going to be hard to separate myself from everyone else. Yeah. So I decided, how about become an entertainment reporter? And I found out there were very few of them that covered just about everything. So 2010, I decided to expand our coverage from movies to all aspects of entertainment.
Awesome.
And then the following year, 2011, was when we started building a team. And my team are all volunteers, all from walks of life. They cover movies and television and concerts and comic books and video games at one point. And throughout these 9 years...
Blue State? Or how did you discover everybody? Social networking?
Surprisingly, I was about to put out an ad on Craigslist, but I found my first writer, actually of all places, in a grocery store. And he was actually an old classmate of mine from high school. And his name is Alan Duckworth, who's our talented music writer. And he's been with us almost through the inception. He's been with us now, because it's been about 7 years. Wow. And then everyone else, they came on their own. They heard about what I do and saw my pictures. Said, I want to be like Dean. I want to write for Dean. And then since then, it has grown and exploded.
That's amazing.
We cover conventions now.
Yeah.
We have covered red carpets over the years. I mean, it's hard to keep track of who haven't we covered all those 9 years.
This guy, brush some shoulders off.
Yes, it's like, who haven't we covered,
Awesome. And DC, when we were covering that.
Yes.
And like I told you earlier, I want to get you more comic connected.
Mm-hmm.
What were some of your favorite shows that we talked to? We talked to people from Black Lightning.
Oh,
Fantastic.
my goodness.
Well, that just had its debut episode. So,
yes.
we're both in the same boat. We haven't seen episode 2 yet. But is that now your new favorite show? Because it's mine.
Oh, yes. It's like...
Shout out to Chris Williams. Who is Black Lightning. Christine Adams, the wife.
Yes, indeed.
China Anne McClain.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness. And Nefessa Williams.
Yes,
indeed. The 2 daughters.
And I still can't believe James Remar is on the show. I mean, when I first found out he's on the show, it's like, oh my gosh, I get to meet the guy who was in the Warriors.
I didn't even know that until after the fact.
What? Are you serious?
I didn't know.
Yes.
Well, I'm a little bit of everything. But I looked it up online, and the fingers in the bottles.
Yeah,
he's that guy.
No, he's not that one.
He's not that Warriors.
No, he's the one who he's like the really tough guy who wanted some action, and he was actually interacting with Mercedes Rule, which is one of her earliest roles in her career. But the other guy was I think it's David Patrick Kelly. Yeah, David Patrick Kelly. So he's the other guy.
But just the fact, a classic.
Yes.
Cult classic.
Yes.
But just an amazing cast, and they were so awesome and very easy to talk to and just very personable.
Absolutely. And it was amazing that all the other cast members, especially from The Flash and Supergirl and Gotham, which is one of my favorite series, they got to be at the National Museum of African American History and Culture, which has so many red carpets since it opened.
Oh my goodness.
And just to have them there, I mean, I was... Oh my goodness, between Cameron and Aaron and Candace.
And Jessica Lucas.
Jessica Lucas, oh my
goodness.
goodness.
The dude who plays Solomon Grundy, I don't know his name.
Yeah.
Who's also another character.
Drew Powell.
Yes.
And then...
Robert Lord Taylor.
Yes, Robert Lord Taylor.
Fantastic
and
Penguin.
Alfred, Sean
Pertwee.
Yes, it's like...
I interviewed him in Baltimore Comic Con, and I messed up his name, and it's Pertwee.
And
David Mazouz.
And then the guy...
I said David at first time.
and the Pertwee, who is the son of one of the famous Doctor Who's the earliest ones. It's like...
John is a child of a Who guy?
Mm-hmm.
I did not know.
Yeah, he is the son of a doctor.
Wow.
So it's like, to have that kind of say,
fanboy.
It was amazing.
Yes.
And to actually talk to the cast, some of the cast members of those DC superhero comic series that we watch on not only Fox but the CW.
Yes.
It was
Shout
amazing.
out to CW, Greg Berlanti, Jeff Johns, Shara Schechter, everybody over there at Warner Brothers TV that are throwing it down over at CW.
They did.
You guys are fantastic.
Guys,
a lot better than your film universe.
Yes, and guys, if you do us a favor, DC and DC, DC, hold it every year.
Oh yes, you must have DC
hold
and DC 2019. We must have it because it was so fantastic.
Yes, it was.
So I'm hoping with that though, because again, you're more the movie, film, everything guy, and get you more comic connected.
Oh yeah.
And since we're at the Amazing Comic Shop, I'm gonna have you browse around, and if you haven't been to the Amazing Comic Shop,
he told me his goal is to have me comic centric by the end of the year.
We're gonna make this his local SCS since his office is not too far. He'll be shopping here, picking up. Gotta get you indoctrinated, man. Being the film guy, you should know. Marvel has 7 films dropping this year.
I know.
With 1 DC film, which is Aquaman.
Yeah.
So come on, and that's not even counting the animated film which is Ultimate Spider-Man.
Yeah.
It's going to drop at the end of the year. So we have 8 films in total from Marvel, man. You're going to be a Marvel guy now.
Oh yeah, I'm already a Marvel guy, man.
Okay.
Especially, here's something that you probably don't know. I'm in a Star Trek fan film called Starship Farragut.
I am familiar with those guys. Shout out to Starship Farragut.
We are ending our series this year.
Now I know where I've seen your face before again as well. I know those guys very well.
And the thing you probably don't know, and we can tell it now, is we have Stan Lee in our final episode.
I wasn't going to give it away.
I'm sorry.
One of them guys give it.
Well, the cat's been out of the bag for a while, so it's like we're having Stan Lee in our final episode, and it's like... It's great that we have Stan Lee, but it's like, oh my gosh, why is Stan Lee on our final episode?
Do not want to say goodbye. But there's always a case
I mean, it's
come
hard.
Back to
it's really hard to say goodbye, especially I've been with the production 9 years.
Yeah.
And I was 26 when I started. I was 35 when we ended. And to be in that uniform, to be on those sets.
Awesome. Were you already a Trekkie before that?
I was a Trekkie since 87, since Next Generation. And I have to give respect to my mother, who, God rest her soul, she actually got me into Star Trek. She got me into entertainment. She supported my dreams.
Beautiful.
When I wanted to become a reporter or thought about being a reporter or an actor, she was the one person who said, do it, make it happen. And I know she's smiling down, seeing how far I've come and how much we have built over the years. And I know she's probably going to be jealous of some of the people I've met over the years.
Well, you're going to be talking all about it later on, later on, eventually.
Yes.
Much love. That's beautiful. That's amazing. Real quick, back to Starship Farragut.
Yes.
Shout out to John Broughton.
John Broughton, yes. Captain John Broughton, Captain Jack Carter.
I met John. That's how I became familiar with it.
Oh, yeah.
So shout out to
John. And
John.
in fact, if you want to see the final episode, we're going to be at Far Point Convention, which is the second weekend in February, which includes the visitor from Star Trek Deep Space Nine 25th anniversary this year.
Yes.
Timothy Zahn, famous Star Wars author. Matt Brewer, who's in, oh my gosh, Max Headroom, Next Generation, a number of things.
Yeah.
And Nora McClellan's also going to be there from Killjoy. So
beautiful.
It's going to be a great convention. And they're holding it back because they used to hold it at the Radisson in Timonium, but they're holding it back at the Hunt Valley Marriott in Hunt Valley, Maryland. So
very familiar.
Shout out to Farpoint. Thank you so much for treating us good and during 25 years of conventions.
All right, Dean. Amazing. And I'm hoping that you'll come out here more often since your office isn't too far. We're going to have you on the NRW. Be one of our pop culture gurus. Well, more so the entertainment world that you come from.
Oh, yeah. I'll tell you the good, bad, happy, and sad, folks. You guarantee it.
All right, man. Let's let them know where they can find you since they're now new fans of yours over at the Rogers Revue.
Yes, because
all of your links, we're going to make
more
it pop
people
on the screen right now. Show them some love. Let's throw it at them.
All right. So, first of all, it's the Rogers Revue. Revue spelled REVUE.com. We need subscribers. So subscribe to us to get your entertainment fix. We're also on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at The Rogers Revue. We're also on YouTube at The Rogers Revue. And if you want to listen live, we are now a 1-hour show. We're no longer 30 minutes. We are at 96.7 FM, WERA, Radio Arlington, 1 p.m. Saturday, so 1 to 2. Listen live. But if you can't listen live, because I know Saturdays at 1 is always tough for everyone, you can check us out at mixcloud.com, keyword The Rogers Revue. Look us up, listen to us, and please comment. Tell us what you like, what you don't like. I don't care if you don't like us. Just tune in, because we need
at least tell me how to do better.
Yes, tell me how to do better.
Constructive criticism.
Yes,
people.
I need that. We all need that, you know?
And not SoundCloud, but Mixcloud.
Yeah, Mixcloud, exactly. Or not the other cloud that we all know about.
The cloud where everything goes into, and where a lot of celebrities should watch what they're sharing on their phones.
Because that's the one thing I'm glad what we don't do for TR. We don't do that entertainment bad stuff. We focus on the good because we want to promote the positive.
Awesome.
You know?
Not a TMZ here, folks.
Right. And we do real news, not fake news.
But I still like TMZ. TMZ. Anyway.
But that's another person, another place, another time.
Dean, appreciate your time, man. Hope to have you on more often. NRW and the Rogers Revue tag teaming on everything pop culture. It's coming up, guys.
Oh, yeah.
All right, guys. We're out of here.
Bye.
What?